Well, this dramatic story broke just as the new year on the lunar calendar was marked. It means a new creature to celebrate. The Chinese-speaking world has just ushered in the year of the snake. This time, it's not just any snake, though, but a water snake, completely different from some of its cantankerous cousins, apparently, and also one not to be underestimated. Before we tell you more about the water snake, here's how the holidays kicked off in China with a gala concert watched by 700 million people. Yes, it's Celine Dion performing her hit from Titanic. This is apparently one of the few English-language songs known right across China. For many Chinese, this is a time of travel as they make their way home for the holidays. For many, it's the only time in the year that they get to go home. And New Year celebrations have also been taking place elsewhere in the world. So we bid farewell to the year of the dragon and bring in the year of the snake, which comes around every 12 years, but it's not the same type of snake every time. And this is the first year of the water snake since 1953. Now, that was the year that Joseph Stalin, then the leader of the Soviet Union, died. It was also the year Sir Edmund Hillary and his Nepalese Sherpa, Tenzing Norgay, conquered Everest. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II was held in London that year, and an agreement was signed to mark the end of the Korean War. So a pretty dramatic year in terms of news events, I'm sure you'll agree. And of course, we've had a big news story break right at the start of the year of the snake. So let's talk more about what we might expect, because with me in the studio is Ting-Foon Chik, who's a feng shui expert and also Chinese astrologer. I did think about you and the dramatic news events in the year of the water snake when we saw the news about the Pope break. Is that one of the things that the water snake year is known for, dramatic developments?
Well, the snake is considered to be a yin creature, and by yin it's a creature that keeps things to itself until the last moment. So the way that the Pope made his announcement, not consulting even his closest advisors, that's very snake behaviour.
Okay, doesn't sound the most flattering, perhaps. I mean, snakes, it's not quite the year of the dragon, is it? I remember when the year of the dragon began, people were trying to have their babies born at that time of the year. The snake doesn't have quite the same kind of cachet.
Well, the dragon is very special for Chinese people. It's the most yang, and the dragon is considered to be a symbol of fortune and nobility. The emperors wore dragon robes. Whereas the snake, each sign has its good qualities, and the snake is perhaps a more subtle creature than the dragon.
So now we're in the year of the water snake. What about people who are born under the sign of the snake? Does this, what does their own year mean for them?
Well, if you just look at the animal astrology, some astrologers will say it's not such a great thing to come into your own year. However, it depends on the whole of your Chinese astrology natal chart, which we call a 4 pillars chart. So it depends.
Okay, so any particular thoughts about what this year might bring, though?
Well, because it's a water snake, the water and the fire makes a very sort of potent combination for things to steam ahead, like you mentioned in 1953, conquering Everest. That was a big breakthrough. So it could be a year where we see breakthroughs, things surging ahead.
Okay, and what about famous snakes? People who we might want to keep a special eye on this year?
For famous snakes, global superstar, Open Gangnam Style, Psy is a snake.
And he certainly had a good year last year.
Yes.
Do you think he can carry on pulling it off?
Oh, I think so, because the rest of his 4 pillars chart is very good.
Okay, so essentially you have to look at the whole of someone's chart. It's not enough just to figure out, you know, I'm born in the year of the rat, or I'm born in the year of the dragon, or the year of the snake.
That's right. That's what we call popular astrology. It's helpful for people to know a little bit about themselves, but for a full natal chart, we need to know, you don't just have a year animal, you have a month animal, a day animal, and an hour animal.
Gosh, okay, so it gets complicated. You had a quick look at mine, didn't you?
Yes.
Anything of note, anything I should be wary of?
Well, I would say, since you are a fabulous fire horse lady according to your day of birth.
A horse.
Yes, that makes you very suited to have a career in television.
Well, there you go. It was all meant to be. Thank you very much, Foon, and good luck to you in this this year of the snake, the water snake, just in case you were wondering. Now, just a quick